Hello, people of the Facebook world. Well, this will actually be repurposed for multiple. Oh my God, my face is like red. Multiple different platforms. I was like having my nail right in my face there. Wow, that's really intense. But how are you guys? I'm super excited. I'm super grateful. When you join, say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you don't say hi, if you don't let me know where you're tuning in from, and even if you're watching the replay, then I can't say hello. And that makes me very sad because I really believe in this platform. And so I'll give it a minute. I'm just gonna share this. Levy, how are you? I hope, or Levy or Levy, I hope I'm saying it correctly. So how to overcome the fear of feeling alone. Spell it wrong. F-E-E-L. Wow, if I could spell. Feeling alone. Okay. Hey, Kat. How are you? So anyway, as you guys know, this is week 3 out of 52. Hey, Peter, that I am doing a 52 series live twice a week, once on my podcast every Monday morning. Hey, Dominique. And Wednesday on my Facebook page. It's usually at 10 a.m. on Wednesdays, so to make sure your notifications are on so you get the, all the goods. But I wasn't able to do 10 a.m. today because I have very exciting news. I'm moving out of my apartment and I'm moving somewhere. So I'm selling all of my furniture. I don't even say that, but I am selling all my furniture. So basically, I had an appointment with someone at 10 a.m. They needed to pick up the furniture, so I had to move my live because just how it is, it wouldn't have been convenient to do this. And I wanted to be fully present and available. And so, one thing I want to talk about, first of all, we just got article number 3 in Thrive Global. So freaking epic. Shout out to my PR team, Bolt PR. Oh my God. And it's all about creating offers, injecting cash into people's lives. Like, I don't know. This was just such an incredible, amazing article to write, and I've never really written as much about digital marketing as I am. And the other thing that just came out, if you guys didn't see yesterday, is on the Intuition and Business podcast. Let me make sure that's the right name, with Dean. I don't want to mess it up, so you guys can go listen to that. It was, the Business of Intuition podcast. So go look at that. I was episode 77. Dean is an incredible man, organizational leader, really understands people. And so that was a phenomenal podcast. So go just scroll down and you'll see that. Hey, John Hendrick is in the building, everybody. We haven't had John on in a hot minute. When my page got hacked, John, you weren't able to find me. I did think of you, John. I was like, where is my buddy John? Why has he not found me on the interweb? Okay, but now I'm going to get into what I wanted to talk about, which is how to overcome the fear of being lonely. So I did a blog post a while ago, and this blog post was around the #1 killer of the masculine in America. I can't speak globally enough to really say globally, but I would put it up there with a lot of countries. And I really believe the #1 killer is loneliness. People feel alone. People feel like there's no one out there to understand them. People, I myself included, have felt like, I'm so frustrated. No one understands. Not able to answer that. Why is this world happening the way that it is? And let me just make sure this wasn't someone that was coming to do something. Have fun. Okay, it's not. So anyway, but I felt this way of like, I'm so frustrated. Why is this thing's happening this way? Like, it's just like you're eating at my soul. And I think so many of us like stop ourselves from taking action. We stop ourselves from saying what's on our mind because we already are assuming that no one's going to understand us. So let me give you a scenario. So it goes like this, right? We are at a coffee shop, right? And someone's like, how's your day? And in your mind, you're like, my day is shitty. It freaking sucks. I don't want to be here. Hey, Carol and Dawn. My day is shitty. It sucks. I don't want to be here. And this is what you're saying. This is what you think in your head. But to that person, you're like, oh, everything is great. It's all great. So you lied in that moment. Like what happened on the inside of you, you gave a different response to the external because it's what you think you should do. And so often in this small moment, I write this example, my very first book, Live Your Truth. I should write that on. Let me get that book for you guys, because if you have not read that book, everyone in their whole life should read this book. It's going to transform your life. But in that book, I write about, like, if you can't be honest about the simple thing of how is your day? Someone asking you how your day is today, and you can't be honest about that. You're lying at the coffee shop, or you're lying right now. I don't know who is calling. Hold on. Let me just see this. I want to make sure. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. I don't know if I can answer this. 1 second. If they are calling me, I am on a live stream. I'm unable to answer. Okay, so basically what I wanted to share is that if you lie habitually like that in a short amount of time, sorry, someone just came to pick up furniture and there's 2 numbers that I didn't know that came to call me, and I declined them both, but I think they're trying to get in, but obviously I'm here with you guys, so I can't answer the phone. So anyway, the question that I wanted to ask, or the question that I wanted to say or share, is that if you lie to yourself in those small moments, like, and I do it too, you guys, I have a really potent blog post that's coming that's called The Habitual Liar, like how we all habitually lie. And I'm not perfect at this. I'm guilty, and I'm just on here sharing my truth, sharing authentically what it is. But when you lie like that of what's happening internal with you, what's happening, you create isolation, you create aloneness. Or like, let's say today in the coffee shop, right? I went into the coffee shop to get this, and I already had a coffee, but I really liked this place. I'd never seen it before. Driven past this coffee shop maybe 200 times, never saw it till today. Just goes to tell you how much we're not seeing because we're so in our mind. And it's a juice shop, and it's this. And so anyway, I stop in and I like get the juice, and there's like a root juice, or there's like a green juice and a coffee. I'm like, I'm going to get the root juice. Like, that sounds good. It was like a cleanse. So anyway, I did that. They can go to the main leasing office and it can open. Sorry, I'm just thinking of this. Okay. So the other thing that I was going to say about that is when you have this, Brian, how are you? I feel like there's so many amazing people joining on this live. Okay, so anyway, what I was going to share, what I wanted to say in this moment is that I never noticed the coffee shop. If I would have felt these feelings inside of me at this coffee shop and not said I was how I was, I would have created isolation. I would have created loneliness, because I'm lying to myself and trying to connect with this person in front of me off of something that's not true. And Live Your Truth. That's what my first book is called. So when you do that, right, over a period of time, you feel isolated. And even if those feelings, sometimes a lot of us don't know how to express, like anger, frustration, resentment, worry, or we think that we're thinking thoughts or that our feelings are not valid. And so when we do that, we're like pretending that what we feel, what's inside of us, is just irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So we'll push it to the side and connect. But like over time, that creates feelings of loneliness, because we've denied ourselves our own right of being us. We've denied who it is that we are. So that is the fear that you're creating, your own fear of being alone, because you're isolating who you truly are when you've created the room of loneliness. Where like today when I went to the coffee shop, I was like, hey, can you do this? I was like, I'm gonna sit outside, the sun's out there, can you just bring it out to me? And I was like way out on the other side when he brought it out. And this is not like a restaurant, you get coffee and bring it out. Like he knew as I was like, oh, it's too cold in here, I'm going outside in the sun. And I do that, and he came out in the sun. I wasn't demanding, it wasn't this. Like, this is like another example. Like, I was at a restaurant, and this waiter, this was not a fancy restaurant either. So I was at this restaurant, right? And this guy, he was the waiter, he would pour the champagne. And my friend was like, you shouldn't do that, that's too whatever. But he like genuinely enjoyed pouring the champagne for me. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, do you need it again? Like, it was so funny. He became like this, like, it was like a little like thing we ended up playing him. But you see how I was honest about what I wanted, what I felt, what was right for me. And from that place, I magnetized these experiences where I don't feel so alone. And we had a really great conversation with that staff. And that guy actually still follows me on Instagram. I should say follow. He's in the community on Instagram. He's a phenomenal guy, wicked smart, really cool guy, like just cool. And that all happened because I was honest. If I wasn't honest about what I wanted, or wasn't being, whatever that it was, then yeah, it wouldn't have been like that. It would have been like isolated. I would have been like, oh, I'm so alone, because I'm not honoring who I was. And that's the same in life, right? If you feel alone in life, it's because you're not living your purpose work. You're not being true to who you are. And the only way to begin to be true to who you are, to feel unalone, to feel connected, is to be connecting every day with the things that you love, with the things that you enjoy, with the things that are going to empower you to move forward. And so anyway, what I wanted to wrap this up with, this is a short one, is that this is why digital marketing is so important. This is why I believe in digital marketing, because digital marketing, the technology world, allows you to connect. Like, I'm connecting, like, there's a lot of you I knew who joined this. Brian, Michael, Dawn, John, Peter, Kat, Dominique. I mean, I know a lot of you. Like, we've been in the community for 3.5, 4 years. Like, I genuinely know you. Benjamin, how are you? Like, I genuinely know you, and I like you guys, and it excites me. And so that's because I've been connected with my business. I'm connected with my brand. Like, I don't look at just these people as like, you have a little photo and you're just some random person. Like, I actually treat you and believe we have a relationship. I treat every person on social media, obviously not people that are clearly, you know, being out of integrity or whatever, like weird, but that doesn't really happen that much. Like, I genuinely answer every message, every comment. I am grateful for it. Like, I have people that literally just leave emojis for years. And I have people that are in countries that I know can never afford, will not be able to afford my stuff right now because of the country they're living in. But it's not about that. I feel so connected to the community. So I don't feel isolated, because I know that my work, my message, what's inside of me, what I know to be true, what I want to be true, what I want to activate in others is working, whether I see it or not. The work is always working, and I don't feel alone or isolated because I show up every day with that connection that I have from within and expand it out into the world. So the fear of being alone is basically something you've created in your own mind. And I feel like what I want to share, what I want to offer is that if this is you and you really honestly are ready to go to the next level, you're like, Colleen, I don't want to feel alone anymore. I want to feel connected to what I'm doing. I want to love my life, whatever that it is. I'm offering free consultations this week. It's just through this week. It's just through Saturday. Normally my consultations are like, I don't know, probably a few $100s. These are absolutely free. I had one this morning, and we came up with like a brand. We came up with the community name. We came up with, they're going to need a domain name. Like, we came up with like multiple seeds of ideas that their mind can begin focusing on instead of just the current reality. And from that, this is free. Like, most people charge thousands of dollars for what I just offered. Offering it for free through Saturday. You're going to want to grab it. And you feeling alone is just because you're creating that of being disconnected from who you are and not sharing it externally. So anyway, I love you so much. I hope this served, and turn notifications on to be on next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Sending you a big hug.